What is your name, sir?
Keith Wiggans,
Nice. Where are you from?
Austin, Texas. Originally from Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are we right now?
We're in the middle of nowhere, frozen wasteland. Open source ecology. Yep.
In the Hab Lab.
Yeah, Hab Lab.
You're in Martian's hot seat.
Yeah. Well, slightly to the right.
Yeah. So you're sitting next to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Where did you stay?
So when I first got here, I chose like a space right in the middle of the kind of the living room area. We found like a nice little cot, and I just set up there. Everybody had to pass by me as they were going to the bathroom. It was nice. It was it was a little crazy. And then I got a room opened up, and I went in there. It was nice, but it's like a cave, so I slept through the morning meeting this morning, and just like, yeah, it was crazy. Yep.
Are you with anyone right now or no?
No, I'm solo out here, but missing the family, wife and child.
Gotcha. Like in your room, you don't have like a roommate.
I am solo in my room, which is pretty good. Probably good for the other people who would have been sleeping in the same room.
Is it cold out there, like at night?
It is cold. I went to Walmart the first day, got an electric blanket, so as long as I'm in the bed, I'm okay. Sometimes overheating, but then like as soon as I have to get up to do anything, it's like it's a huge calculation. It's a mental calculation. It's like, do I really need to go to the bathroom? Do I need to do anything else? And then, we go from there.
Fair enough. You paid for this experience, right?
Yep. I'm rich.
How long have you been here? Yeah.
Well, so this is end of week 2, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your background? What do you do?
I'm a software developer. Work for a small firm in Austin. My background, essentially my educational background, I got my master's in economics at Florida State University. So I'm a little bit of an econ nerd, and I just kind of fell into database development, and that's kind of I guess my niche. I don't know why I'm good at it, but I'm okay. Yeah.
What were you expecting to get out of this experience?
Yeah.
Hoping to get out of this experience?
Yeah. Well, one of the main things was I did want to get a lot of. Well, first off, we're gonna build out a little bit of a homestead in Central Florida next year, and so I did want to gain as many skills as I possibly could in order to build out a house for myself and my wife, and then my son, also a workshop and stuff like that. So I think that was the main reason. The second thing was open source ecology. There's a lot of machines that are very similar to some of the things that I'm interested in doing, like plasma assisted gasification for waste management. So the cool thing is I met a few people here that are interested in that. We might fork a project and work on something like that going forward. So we'll see what these guys want to do.
Okay. Would you say that you've gotten what you were expecting?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, very very even more the people that I met here, 100%. Mm-hmm. It was just absolutely amazing. All of the talent and all those folks, right?
Yep. What was your favorite working day here?
Oh yeah, no, I had a really good working day. I think the best one so far was the roof modules. Installing the roof modules. We did like a full day. I think it might have been like a 10-hour day or something like that, and we just knocked it out. And it was it was organized, and we kind of just worked pretty well on that.
What was that, like day 3 or 4?
I think it was like 3 or 4, something like that. Yeah.
Who did you like working with in particular?
I've worked with a lot of really cool people. I think in the end, me and Andrew ended up working really well together for some reason. We just kind of were on the same wavelength as far as like energy.
But he's a software guy too, right?
He's a software guy. It's kind of funny. Yeah, it's a little bit of like methodical thinking, perhaps. That's what it might be. Yeah, you know.
What if you could change like something about this whole experience?
Yeah.
What would it be if you were in charge?
I think what I'd like to see is perhaps more of a focus toward source control for a lot of the CAD CAM designs out there, right? I think it's difficult to have just like one file that gets overwritten, or instead of in development, you use source control to make changes to a product, request that those changes be approved, and then check them in, and so you have like a nice kind of like bridges and forks and all that kind of stuff as far as which these projects, and it's easier for people to kind of add to the development and design.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so source control, just make it easier for people to see prior versions and work on things.
Make amendments, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Like you said, fork, like
Absolutely.
off in your own direction.
Yeah. I want to do this, but in a completely different design or something along those lines. Or I found an issue with the design. I'm going to make an edit to it, and I'm going to check it in, and now maybe we don't have duplicate modules in one area or another.
Yeah. What do you think was done well? Like, if you were to do the workshop again, what do you think was executed?
I think what might have been executed well was making sure that putting everybody kind of in the same space. Like giving us a chance to really collaborate independently. I think that was an excellent choice.
Mm-hmm. How did you like the food? What did you think of the food?
Look, I'm an older dude. I can't just eat anything anymore. So, if it's like a hamburger or hot dog, I can kind of eat that. But, I couldn't eat the pastas and all that kind of, and the Chinese food and all that kind of stuff. So I just, relied on the stuff that I brought, like protein shakes and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I'm the wrong person to ask about that. Yeah, exactly.
Would you say that this workshop has changed the trajectory of your life?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I feel a lot more confident about what I can achieve, what I can do with my family, what I can do with my family, as far as building and also just some of the contacts that I've made. I think I'll be able to make more progress on some of my side projects as well.
Do you plan to contribute to open source ecology after the fact, or like after you're home?
Yeah, if not directly, then definitely indirectly. As far as like building out the open source kind of machinery sort of thing.
Would you? So you talked about homesteading potentially.
Yeah.
Would you build this house as it is now, or
no? I'd make changes just because
what kind of changes would you make?
well, it's a little bit of a different climate in Central Florida, so I don't need necessarily a ton of insulation at the floor. And also I do need to make sure that it's very resistant to hurricanes, right? And also might want a different configuration based upon some of the things that me and my wife would want in a house, as far as like the number of rooms and bathrooms and that sort of thing, and also as far as the foundation goes, we might do something different just because of the potential for flooding in Central Florida. So yeah.
Would you? So as it stands right now,
Yeah.
would you have to make modifications for code purposes, or?
I think absolutely.
For personal preference.
No, I would have to do it for code as well. One of the things that Florida implemented recently was that if there's any kind of drain in a room, they all need, it needs to be a GFCI. You need to at least have the lead outlet be GFCI, right?
Okay.
For that room. So it doesn't, like, if you do a living room that has, like, a drain at the other end of it, it's like the entire room needs to be GFCI compliant.
Okay. Gotcha. Would you recommend this workshop to a friend?
Yeah, I think so. It really depends on what they're trying to achieve, right? So, it's obviously, for people who, are really interested in, like, expanding open source, right, type things.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And like building and stuff like that.
The what?
Like building, the construction.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it really, depends on their level of expertise and all that kind of stuff too, right?
And then last thing, describe your experience in one word.
Abundant.
That's a good word.
Gotcha.
That's a good
I got
word.
it. Yeah.
All right.
Awesome, man. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, dude.